Hello friends! Today we'll be painting a winter watercolor scene. To paint this, I'm using a sketchbook. This is the Moleskin, watercolor sketchbook. I'll be using Tombow dual brush pens. These are water-based markers and I have two colors today. I'm scribbling this onto a little ceramic dish and I'm picking up the paint with the round number 6 paintbrush. I start by adding a line towards the bottom 1/3. You never want to start at the exact middle of the page. You want to create your focus somewhere above or below it. So let's start with the trees. So I'm creating a background of trees with a watered down layer of color. And now I'm going to go in and add darker trees in the front of them. This creates a depth. It creates more and more trees. It makes it look like a forest. But make sure your paper is dry before you apply the marker to it, because otherwise you won't be able to spread the color easily. Another thing to keep in mind, vary the size of your trees. Make some of them tall, some of them skinny, some of them short, some of them thicker. The more and more trees you layer, the more and more forest-like realistic it'll look. So I went and I've added 3 layers of trees now, and I'm going to start adding some snow. I'm using white acrylic paint and I'm using an old paintbrush and I'm just splattering my paint onto the surface. Another thing to remember, protect the area of your workspace before you do the splattering. That paint will go everywhere otherwise. So while the snow dries, let's go in and add our focus point. I'm painting some moose. I have 3 of them, and at first I'm just picking up some watered down brown color and I'm just painting in the shape, just adding in details, making it look like the animal. Now I want to go in and add snow that seems to have settled on top of the branches. For this I'm using a fan brush and I'm just tapping up and down to add the snow effect. Now I really need to let the paper dry, but I don't have that kind of patience. So I'm just pressing a paper towel to dry the paper quickly, and then I'm continuing adding more trees. So actually, if the first tree there, my paper hadn't dried enough and the marker lines can be seen, but I'll go back and fix that. I'm just going to go and add in more layers like this to create a rich forest look, and we've splattered paint on the earlier layers so the trees will look distinctive and different. So once I have my final layer of trees, I'm going to add more snow. This is the final layer of snow with my fan brush again. To add more details to the moose, I'm actually using a marker tip. This gives more precision, and just add some dark areas and lighter areas and spread it with the water again. Finally, add a little bit of shadows under the animals and a last layer of snow. I actually had some big droplets of water. I'm just letting it be. It looks like snow-capped trees. To finish off the sketch, I'm adding small trunks to the trees and just softening the black, and that's it. That's how my first winter wonderland scene looks. I love how it turned out, but here's another example. For this one, I trimmed a piece of watercolor paper to be a bookmark and I have taped it onto my work surface. If you're a beginner, start with a small landscape like this. It is less daunting and easier to complete, and it will help build your confidence. To add the snow-capped mountain effect, I'm painting some white acrylic paint, and then I'm actually going in and adding some crystal glaze to add this dimension. So when this dries, you can run your finger on it and it'll feel bumpy. Then I'm adding some trees to my landscape here. So I start by adding my trees with the black. This is a much darker black. And once it dries, I realize it's not that contrasting. So I want it to contrast against the white of the snow. So I'm layering more black on top of the black. And this creates a nice rich black there. And I love the way the trees look here. I just added 2-3 layers of trees in this landscape, not too much. Finally, I'm adding some more trees, but this time with a pen. This is the Mono Twin permanent marker. I'm just scribbling tree-like shapes on top of the watercoloring. Always use an oil-based pen to prevent bleeding. Otherwise, your black lines will bleed and create a messy look. And then I'm going to finish off my sketch with some snow. Acrylic paint thinned down with water creates beautiful splatters. I would recommend you peel off your tape quickly when the watercolor is still wet, and this prevents tearing of the paper. And there you have it, another winter watercolor scene. Make sure to visit my blog smilingcolors.com for more information and follow me on Instagram, The Shiny Nest. Thanks for watching this video with me, friends, and spending some crafty time. I'll see you again in another video soon. Goodbye till then.